So, welcome to a special Father's Day edition of Battlefield Banter. I've got a guest player, my youngest son, Zachary. And Zachary was first introduced to Memoir 44 5 years ago, about this time during the pandemic, when I reached into my closet, dusted off a game, and pulled out Memoir. And he loved it. And we started playing a lot of Memoir that summer. You remember that, Zach?
I do, yeah. It was a great time. We played through the almost all the base game, and then we played through the what was it? Like the African expansion, I believe.
It was the Eastern Front scenarios. We played almost all of
Yes.
those. And then, of course, I went wild buying Memoir content, the physical versions. And I bought the first campaign book, which had a Barbarossa scenario. And I think, if I recall, I won five straight games.
That you did. It was embarrassing for me.
And some of those scenarios are not that well balanced. But as Sam Edelson, who runs the very popular Memoir 44 Ladder on Board Game Geek, reminded me, many of the scenarios are not balanced, but instead they are designed to be played back to back, switching sides. So, yeah,
Yeah, which
that's
we
the
weren't doing, as I recall.
yeah, exactly. So, what we thought we would do today, because, Memoir 44 is kind of an entry level war game in that it's very easily learned, and quite often fathers and sons will play it. And they'll play this scenario because it's scenario one in the base game, and it only has four medals. So what I thought we would do is Zach and I would kind of give you our perspective of the game as we play it, not necessarily to win, but more to illustrate different things. So you can see on screen the basic map. It's a famous Pegasus Bridge scenario. Stephen Ambrose wrote a great book just on Pegasus Bridge. It's maybe 100 pages long, one of my favorite books from one of my favorite authors. He's the one that was responsible for the HBO series Band of Brothers, because it's based on a book of the same name, where he follows a unit in the 101st Airborne through the D-Day, through their training, the D-Day landings, Operation Market Garden, and the Battle of the Bulge, and on into Germany. But I digress. The basic game, as many of you know, is the board is divided into flanks. You then, which Zach and I will do in a moment, you then draw cards, and you basically take your turns. You go, I go, by playing a card on the appropriate flank. You will then order the units and move them potentially and fire them. And dice are used for combat resolution. The thing to keep in mind is that, and you'll see this here very quickly, it's easier to kill infantry units than the other kinds of units. Now, in this basic introductory scenario, there are only infantry units. And as you can see on the map, there are two temporary medals for the Allies only: Pegasus Bridge and the bridge over the Orne River. And they have to be occupied and remain occupied to be in hands. Now, Zach, why don't you give your perspectives on the scenario? I'm playing the Axis, the defender. In this scenario, the Allies have to take the bridges, so they're kind of the offensive team. But why don't you give your perspective on this scenario?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I'll start from my position as the allies. As I look at the map, this map is all about being aggressive as the allies, and really, either on the right side on the Oran Bridge, just really pushing ahead and forcing your advantage on units that are weaker out of position. On the left side, just really trying, even through heavy casualties, taking that Pegasus Bridge. Obviously on the left side at the bridge itself, the axis are very heavily entrenched, and it's kind of hard to break through. But the first couple turns are the most crucial when the axis are down to only two cards. So there's distinct possibility that Doug won't have a card in the section that I'm attacking in those first few turns. So it's
I must
that
interject
might be where
here.
the battle's decided.
Zach, I have to interject. You've made one fatal flaw in your description. You referred to me as Doug. You're one of only three people that I know of on the earth that
Oh,
can refer to me as Dad. And on Father's Day, I would
that
prefer
is
that
true.
moniker.
Sorry, you referred to me as Zachary earlier, so I was returning it in kind. But
The
yes,
more
Dad
the more
is.
formal introductions, but Memoir's a beer and pretzels game. It's designed to be informal. So although I must
Uh,
say,
Too
I've
true.
met, yeah, I've met many great players on the Memoir 44 ladder, which again, anybody out there, if you're looking for like a game every 6 to 8 weeks with a brand new opponent who knows the game and you're looking to learn it, I would encourage you to go to Board Game Geek and sign up for the ladder. Otherwise, there is a very popular website, Board Game Arena, that has Memoir 44 on it. I haven't figured out if you can play solo games there. I don't think it has an AI, but it is rules enforced. So if you didn't want to go through the hassle of downloading Vassal, which is very easy to do, and all the modules, you can always go to Board Game Arena, sign up for a free account, and they have a lot of board games on there. But they do have a couple of war games, including Memoir 44. So a little plug there. So why don't we get to it, Zach?
Well,
Um,
let's do it.
so you're the Allies, I'm the Axis. I've got the Pegasus Bridge scenario description up there. Again, it was the first Battle of D Day. It was in the late hours of June 5th, 1944, and a couple of gliders holding Major John Howard of the Ox and Bucks, British Army, descended, kind of as you've seen here on the map, and it was the first battle, and it's recreated also in the classic black and white movie The Longest Day that stars many Hollywood icons of the era. I think the movie was made in the 60s. And the Battle for Pegasus Bridge is featured prominently. One of the all-time great movies, in my opinion. Um, so in this scenario, the Brits, which is Zach, start with 6 cards and go first. And Germany, as Zach alluded to, starts with 2 cards. And then for the first couple of turns, I draw 2 until I'm resting with 4. So, as is custom, since Zach goes first, he gets to draw his cards first. So go ahead, Zach.
Mhm. I've just done so.
Oh, you just did it. All right. Now I'll draw, and I've put my hand on screen so the viewers of the banter can see it. I'll draw two. One, two. There we go. And now I'll move my deck off screen. And so there we go. So, Zach, have good luck. I know we'll have good fun. Just don't have too much luck in your die rolling.
I will try my best. Okay. Um. All right. Shall I begin?
Yes, let's go. Let's go to it. We don't want any dead
All
time
right.
on our flawless videos on the banter.
No, we don't. All right. I will play a probe in the middle, activating
Now,
2 units.
wait a minute. Let me. I didn't see that. Now, to make it easier for the viewers, I just pulled your card into the middle of the screen. So the way that you do that is you click on the card and then you. Oh, I'm sorry. You drag it to the screen. You drag it to the screen so the opponent can see the card, and in this case, the viewers can see the card, and then the opponent discards it. Does that make sense?
All right.
All right.
That makes
And
sense.
yep, and as you can see, Zach ordered the units down there. You can see it by the little red flicks, and we'll kind of explain the rules as we go along because I anticipate many folks playing Memoir for the first time. I hope they're able to look at this video and kind of get the feel of the game. So go ahead, Zach.
So yeah, I've ordered these 2 units. So a standard infantry unit can either move 1 space and then battle, or can move 2 spaces and not battle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move my 2 units. one space, two spaces. This unit will move one, or sorry, he'll move one space. Actually, no, he'll move there. He'll move just the one space.
Yeah, and they
Um,
have to stop when they go in the woods.
yeah, and
And
then I can order
this would
them.
be a good time too to show the firing. Let's see if I can bring up the help. Oh, here we go. The help, which will show me the cards. So I've now got it on screen. Can you see that card, Zach, on your screen?
I can, yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
standard units. So this just reviews for the viewers the firing abilities of the various units. We don't have armor and artillery in this, but infantry can fire for a 3 hex range with decreasing die. And the key to success in Memoir is rolling as many die as you can. The die represents a chance to reduce the figures of your opponent. As you reduce the figures from 4 to 0, you then earn a medal. And medals are the key to winning, right? You get 4 medals, you win the game. So here, as you can see, the strategy for Zach's unit here that I'm putting a little red dot on, his next turn, he'd be able to fire for 3 hexes if my German unit was next to him. If my German unit is on the Orange Bridge, he could fire for 2 dice. And then right now, he can't reach him, right? So just a little bit of helpful there. Let me get rid of that. All right. So now we're back. So now it's my turn. Where is my hand? What did I do with that?
Is there
There
a
it
bit
is.
end turn button, Dad?
Say what?
Is there an end turn button?
Yes, there's an end turn button about halfway at the top of all the buttons. You see the die roll buttons? Just
Oh,
keep
I see it.
moving to the
End
right,
turn.
end turn, and that'll remove
All
the
right.
order markers and the trails and stuff. So as you might become familiar with here, I will show all the viewers my hand. I don't think you can see that, Zach, right?
I
My hand.
cannot. No.
Okay, but my hand is out there. I have 2 cards, which is not many to start. This simulates the confusion that the Germans had when the gliders descended upon them from the darkness of night. And as you can see, I don't have any right flank cards, which is kind of screwing me. Although it for me, because it's backwards, I would need a left flank card. And to avoid confusion, the module does a great job of telling you what's left and right. Right. So I'm kind of on the top of the board looking down. Zach is looking at the board just like you at home are looking at the board. So clearly, if you look from strategy, if I want to prevent Zach from taking the Orange Bridge, I need to get one of my unit here or my unit here down in a position to take the bridge before he does. But I don't have a card on that flank, so I'm kind of screwed. So I'll play the card I have. So I'm going to drag it out to the middle and then flip it. Now Zach can see I have a probe 2 in the middle card, and then Zach, you click on that card and discard it. That's how the players on the ladder have taught me to do that. So I'm going to order my 2 units here. Um, it's kind of pointless to order the one because nobody's within range, but I'm going to mark him as the attacker. And my target is going to be Zach's British infantry there, 2 hexes away. So I get to roll 2 dice. Now, there's in the current vassal module, which is what is 10.16, there's a glitch in that when you click on 1, 2, or 3 die, your opponent can't see them. I've learned this in my ladder game. So I'm going to click on 4 die, but because I'm only rolling 2, we'll just count the first 2. Does that make sense, Zach? You there?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. All right. So here we go. 4 dice. Yes, I got 2 grenades. Now, just a note here on the die. There's 6-sided die. There's 2 infantry figures, one tank. Oh, two. Yeah, 2 infantry, 1 tank. Um, Or no, there's three infantry figures on the die: one grenade, one star, one flag, and one tank. No, I'm sorry. Do you remember, Zach? I think I know. I got it now, but we'll give you a shot since I've screwed it up three times. Do you remember
Yeah, it
what's on the
was two
die?
infantry. Yeah, two infantry, one grenade, one star, one tank, one flag.
Correct. Which, if you do some simple math, you have a 1 in 2 chance of getting an infantry hit. Grenades hit on everything, and they're the only way you can hit artillery. So you got 3 of 6 chances to hit infantry, 2 of 6 to hit armor. So infantry's the easiest thing to hit. So here, I got a great die roll. Remember, I rolled 4 dice. We only count the first two. I got 2 grenades. That's the best possible roll for the access. So Zach has already subtracted 2 figures from the unit marked on in red there as the target. So that's good for me. Good start for the bad guys. So I will draw up 2 command cards. Normally you only get to draw one. So that gives me a total of 3. And I'll let the viewers at home see what I drew up. And then I will hit end turn, and it's back to Zach.
All right. I'll play the card direct from HQ.
Oh,
So I
that's the
order
most powerful
four.
card.
It's pretty good. So I'll order four of any any four unit. So I'll
Yes,
order
and
this guy,
that's a powerful
this
card
guy.
because it orders 4 units and anywhere on the map. That's what's key.
Hmm. Um, and for my fourth unit, I'll order this guy. So firstly, I'll move him up one, move
Just
him up
one? You're
one,
not going to take the bridge?
and not yet. I'll
Really?
move this
I'm
guy
shocked. I
two
am
spaces.
shocked. Shocked, I say.
Really? You know.
That's a line from a famous movie called Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart. I'm shocked.
Oh, is it?
It's funny. Yeah.
Um,
I will not bore the viewers with the recounting of the movie scene.
um, I'll move this unit up one, and that was my movement. Start over here. This unit, he'll just remove the
Wait a minute.
barbed wire.
I thought you had to be in the barbed wire first.
No, you can
Is that you can do it? Oh, there we
unit
go.
moving
Wire.
in must stop and may move no further. He may remove the wire instead of battling.
Ah, good call. Good call. Okay, excellent.
Indeed.
And I will
So
use
now if I
that
can just
to
figure out.
add, Memoir 44 is great for beginners because it has these little cards that come in the physical game if you buy it, but on the Vassal module are
Mhm,
easily accessible. And the rules are not complex at all. It's a great starter game for anybody that wants to do historical recreation. Memoir 44 is very popular in high schools as well to teach people American military history.
now.
As an aside.
Very good to know. All right. Well, so I don't see a button to remove the barbed wire. In
Well,
fact, I think the
hang on.
barbed wire is kind of stuck on the back.
No, there is a way to do it. I'm going to move your unit. I'm going to click on it. There's a way to do that. I just don't know how to do it, unfortunately. All my opponents, when I play, they have to do it. Let's see. Is it Alt? Nope. Is it Control? No. Shift? Shift. And then you hit Delete, and that didn't do it. Um, oh, wait, there it is. Oh, I
I
did
got
it.
it.
Or did you do it? Did you do
I think
that?
I might have done it.
Okay, so it's
Yes.
shift. You click on the hex, you hit shift, click on the hex again, and then you right click and delete or clone comes up.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Anyway. All right, so that's your thing. So why don't you put the no battle on there? I'll do it for you. Right? So
Oh.
he did
Okay.
his battling. That was a right click
All
and
right.
a whole menu comes up. All right. So again, I'm
Yeah.
going to
That's good.
come over
Oh,
here and quiz you why you did to share with the viewers why you elected to not take the temporary banner.
Well, I'll show you now in a second, but it's temporary. I don't need to overextend to get a temporary banner that I could lose if I don't put myself in a good position. So my plan here, as I'll show you now, is to fire on this guy. Start killing your units. There's no point in overextending myself to take a temporary banner when I can just kill your units and then take the banner at my leisure.
That's
Um,
fair. That's a
so
fair way to
first,
look at it. Yeah. And you've got two
yeah,
units that are going to be firing on one unit. So that gives you that's a classic military technique, concentration of fire. So you could do that with
precisely.
wooden sailing ships. That was Admiral Nelson of the Royal Navy. That was his favorite technique in the Battle of Trafalgar, right? He would get two or three ships all focused and firing on one in an attempt to cripple. So I can see that's what you're doing here. Okay, nice.
Precisely what I'm going for. But yep. So I will do my attacks. So rolling one dice.
Yeah. Now click on the
Well, this is
four
a
dice
test.
so that I can see it.
You couldn't see that one dice just now.
No, so click on. Well, we'll trust
Okay, cool.
you. What did you get?
No, no, no. That was just a test. I
Uh,
wasn't rolling. So I'll do the four dice so the viewers at home can see
he
it.
said,
Well, okay. It was a grenade. If I have and my
oh,
the
okay,
roll for the four was a
fairness.
star. So it's
Honesty
it's a miss.
rules. I've done a good job. I'm reminded of that on Father's Day. My son, with an opportunity to take a hit, decided not to. So thank you. Honesty rules. Yes.
I
So
you're
a
very welcome.
star, which has other battle effects sometimes, was a miss. Okay. So then you go back and
Yeah.
you mark the unit as you did. No battle.
Mhm. Now my other guy will attack the same units,
All right. Oh, and
and
you
that
rolled
is
four
another
dice
miss.
again. Another miss. Okay.
All right, so it goes.
So it goes.
Um,
And then you hit
indeed.
intern.
All right. Yeah,
And
that's my turn.
that should make everything well, drop your card and hit intern. All right. So now it's back to me. Um I will play this card direct from HQ.
Good card.
Yes, very good card. So I will order that guy and you remove the card. You just hit discard and it disappears it. This guy and this guy. Now, one of the techniques you learn quickly, and this is where it's kind of like chess. The moves are very straightforward, but there's a subtlety to the game that the better player often has an advantage, but luck can overcome that sometimes. That's why I win the occasional memoir game. Um, but what I mean here is over on the German right flank, the Allied left, near Pegasus Bridge, um, there's an order to how I'm going to fire. I'm going to have this unit fire first because he will get three dice against the target. Whereas if I use this unit, he'd only get two dice, and I could possibly roll the dreaded flag, which would allow the allied infantry, Zach's unit, to back up and lose my three die advantage. So you want to fire in the correct order. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you forget that. But before we fire, I have to move. I have to move all my units. So I'm going to move this guy up here, one, two, into the woods. So he moved two, so he cannot battle. And this guy, um, maybe since I already own the Orne Bridge, I think I'll take Zach's strategy. I will move one, and then he will attack and fire against this guy here for two dice. I'll do that. And what I did there, rather than moving here, exposing me to both of his allied units, I moved north. So I will fire for two. All right. Any comment there, Zach?
No,
All right. So here we go.
you.
Two dice. Oh, the hot dice continues. Two grenades.
Ouch.
Ouch, ouch. Now you'll notice over here to the right, lost figures. The vassal module tracks how many figures are lost. That only makes a difference if you get because again, Memoir is kind of designed that you play one game and then you reverse sides and play a rematch. And much like in soccer, you then do an aggregate score, adding up medals. And if the medal count is tied, you then go to lost figures. The side that lost more figures loses. It's kind of a tiebreaker mechanism. So, okay, so that's that shot. It's a no battle. Now we'll go over to here what I was talking before, where my guy defending Pegasus Bridge behind the sandbags will fire for 3 dice on the allied unit. So here we go. 3 dice. And again, the grenades make an appearance. There's a flag, which would in this case be ignored because the two grenades kill Zach's unit for the very first medal earned by the Axis in this case. Zach, do you want the honors of removing your own figures?
That feels terrible. So no.
And so then you get the honors of dragging it to my side.
Give the owner.
Well, I'll drag it up there. There we go. All right.
It feels humiliating rather than an honor.
Well, that's the whole point. It's like carrying your
Oh, I
wounded
see.
off. No man
I
left
see.
behind type of deal. Now, what that does, joyously, I would add, is my other unit has nobody to fire at. So I'll happily take that ill effect. So now I do draw up 2 cards again. So now I have 4 cards. So now I'm back to the amount of cards that I'm going to get. And I end my turn. So now the allied player has to decide what to do, given he's taken his first loss.
Indeed. Let's see
Now,
here.
I would remind all the viewers that the Allies have a strategic dilemma in this because, as Zach was saying at his leisure, on his right flank, my left, he can systematically pick off the 2 German units for 2 medals, then move in on the Orne Bridge for the 3rd medal, but he's still 1 medal short. So he's going to have to do some damage over on this side where I've got 3 units around the bridge and 1 unit in reserve. So it's kind of an interesting dilemma. So we'll
It
see
is
what Zach
indeed.
does.
And we'll see what I do.
All right.
So I will play an infantry assault
Oh,
on my right flank, which means I can have these 4 infantry or 3 infantry units, pardon me. I can have them move 2 spaces and still battle.
yeah.
Very
That's
useful.
powerful card in this scenario. I see how I would move the
Indeed.
units. I'll be curious to
So
see
I
how
will
you
go
do it.
here and here. I'll move here and here. I'll move here and here. And now all 3 of them can still
Yeah.
battle.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I'll start with this. Indeed. I'll start with this guy at the bottom. He is going to attack for 3 dice.
Now this is crucial. It's crucial here because if Zach can eliminate that unit, then his 2 figure unit is probably safe. It would be very difficult for me to not to kill it. So this is crucial that the luck goes Zach's way.
All right. Ouch. Just
Oh,
a
another
flag for
whiff.
your guy.
A flag. All right. So um, he'll go there.
Hmm. Um.
You can advance
All
if you
right.
want.
Ow. I don't want to. So I'll attack with this guy now on the same guy
All
for two
right.
dice.
2 dice.
That's 1 flag and 1 retreat. The interesting rule here,
Wait, one
since he has
flag and
nowhere
one
to retreat.
grenade.
Sorry,
One.
1 flag and 1 grenade. Right.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So
Interesting rule here. When a unit has nowhere to retreat to, he actually takes a hit in place of a retreat. So it kind of rewards you backing up the enemy against the wall.
Yep. A good point. So
So
I took my
that
two
is his
hits,
attack.
and it looks like you've still got another unit to fire, but he can't fire through his own unit. So my two figure
No,
guy is safe for now.
he's gonna fire on the guy in the forest.
All right.
So nice, and I get a
That was for
flag.
that was for one dice, right? Yeah.
That was from one dice, yes.
Because
So that was exactly what I wanted, actually.
yeah, the woods reduce it by one. All right, so I've got to retreat. So I'll retreat there. All right, so it's up to you to
Right.
draw up and end turn.
Indeed. So draw a card. I'll enter.
All right, so I will play. Uh, I will play this card, Recon and Force. So that gives me the ability to order a unit in each flank. So I'll order those three units. Um, this guy's going to move there. He's going to move one, two there. So he's got no one to battle. We will have this guy attack this target for one dice
Mm-hmm.
and a hit. One hit. Boy, I got hot dice. Uh,
Doing well.
I am. So we'll see if that continues. Uh, he will attack your two figure guy, which is what I was hoping to survive and do. So this is the most critical roll of the entire game up to this point. I will roll for three dice against that unit. Here we go. And I got him. And I avoided the
Nicely done.
ambuscado. Luckily, Zach did not have an ambush card. So I get to kill that unit. Well, you kill your own unit. I will drag him up
Um,
if you want, if that's too painful for you. All right, that's key. And he'll just stay put. He will not advance. Uh, all right, I'm digging it. I'm gonna draw my command card and end my turn and leave it to see what Zach has up his sleeve.
all right. I will play, focusing on that right flank, a probe card on
All
the
right.
right. So I will order my two units.
Okay.
Um, I will have one move here and one move onto the bridge.
That's smart. Good tactical play.
This one at the bottom, firing this
Stop.
guy for three dice.
Stop.
Got him. I'll stop. Fair enough.
Ambuscado.
Ambuscado,
So, for the viewers,
a
this is the
dangerous card.
dreaded ambush card, right? After Zach declared the close assault, which is defined as two units next to each other, but before he rolls his battle die, play this card. I get to roll the battle die first. And what I'm hoping for are hits or maybe a retreat, and then that negates his attack. So it's for three dice. So let me do my ambuscado. Ambuscado is the French card. During COVID, one of the physical units that I ordered, it was one of the expansion kits. The deck came in French, so of course we had a lot of fun all summer saying ambuscado. Anyway, here we go. I digress.
Ambuscado.
So for three dice, oh, and the bad guys come up shooting blanks. Nothing.
Big old wolf.
A whiff. Yep.
All right.
So now
Well,
we're back to
let
Zach's
I
attack.
all right. Rolling four dice or three dice. Here it is. Two hits.
Oh, two hits. All right. I will take the hits off. And I will reluctantly drag this to Zach's side of the board for the first damage that the Allies did. Now, also, you get, well, let's see, the temporary banner. When is that awarded? Let's see. I've got this up on screen. Temporary medal objective. What does that say? Two bridges each count as a temporary medal objective. Let me go to help. Where's help? The vassal module has a great help. Where is it? Hang on. Temporary medal. It's not in there. I'll go to the compendium. I'll show that to everybody here on screen. You can see this. Can you see that, Zach? You
No, I
there?
don't think
Oh,
so.
oh no. It has all the units, supply, Brandenburger, depleted, tank destroyers. Huh. Do you remember when the temporary is awarded?
Yeah, I think it's at the end of like start of my turn if I have occupied.
The start of the next turn. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I think you're
yeah,
right. I think you're right.
because
Okay.
giving you an opportunity to drive me off,
Yes, I that sounds familiar. I'm sure we looked that up somewhere. And this is the first time in I don't know how long where I haven't been able to figure out something quickly um, in the actual module, which is one of the things I like about it for beginner players. But okay, so the rule there is Zach has occupied the temporary medal, but does not get credit for the medal until the start of his next turn. Be as Zach pointed out, giving me the opportunity to drive him off. So okay. So now it's back to
Mhm.
you to draw up and end turn.
Well, no, I get one more attack actually.
Oh, right. The guy on the
My
bridge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he will just roll one dice at this guy up there, take a little pot shot at him, and gets a
Oh,
hit.
it
Very
gets a
cool.
hit. Very cool. All right. Cool.
hmm So now I'll draw my command cards and end his turn.
All right. So now it's back to me. Oh, you know what? I never drew up my last card. I'll
Yeah, you
draw
should have
that.
four.
Yeah, I only have three. That my bad. I got so excited about killing a unit that I forgot to draw up. All right. So there we go. Uh all right. And let's see. What was the last card you played?
It was a probe
Oh, a
on
probe.
the right flank.
And you're right. Okay. Well, let's see. What do I want to do? Um, all right. I will play. Do I want to do that? Hmm. Yeah, I think I will. We'll play the conservative move. I'm going to play a recon with on my left flank, which allows me to order this guy, and I will move him into the woods for a little bit better defense. And because he moved into the woods, he cannot battle out. So he's done. So I get to draw, as part of the recon, I get to draw two cards, choose one, and discard the other.
hmm
Okay, so I will discard that one. And then I'll end the turn. And back to you.
All right. I'll do something similar. I will also play a recon card on the right side.
Oh, okay. I'll remove that card. There you go.
Indeed. I'll order my guy on the bridge. I'll him just move up one space, and he's going
Oh,
to fire on your. Fellow in the forest.
Oh, okay. You're gonna move. All right.
Hmm. So that is one hit.
Yep. Two dice, one hit. All right. I'll take my hit. Things are looking
All
desperate
right.
for
And
that
then
guy.
thanks for what now?
Things are looking desperate for that guy.
Indeed. All right. So I draw two cards, and then I discard one, and then I will end my turn.
All right. Well,
Back to
I
you.
will play this card, the counterattack card. So I get to basically do the same order on the same flank. So this guy will be ordered. He'll stay in place and he will fire. Um, Again, taking the risk that Ambuscado comes out. He will do a close attack fire for three dice here. Any card from you?
You did a counterattack, is that right?
I played counterattack.
Yeah. No, no ambush from myself.
All right, so I'll roll three dice. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Two hits and a flag. So he's driven
All
off a little
right.
bit.
Yeah, so he'll take two hits, and then I'll have him retreat right here.
Ah, that's smart. That's smart. So now you can move your other guy up on your next turn and get a classic 2-on-1. Good, good, smart. All right, I just drew up
Indeed.
and I hit end turn. Back to you. Boy, this is a tight battle.
I know. All right, I will play a probe on the right flank.
Man, the cards are coming your way. You've been able to keep the pressure up on that side.
Indeed. So I would just order both these guys over. Um, let's see.
Yeah, I would say
All right,
Memoir is a game of trade-offs, right? It's so balanced
yeah,
that if I thus far over here, my two German units have collected one medal, which to me is a victory. Um,
yeah.
you'll collect three. I collected one, which is much better than zero. So I think I got a shot
This is
here.
true. Yeah. All right. So I'll do this attack. I roll for two dice. Critical roll here.
Oh, you got
Bam!
me.
And I got him.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, I'll drag him
And
over
he has
there.
been eliminated. Very good roll.
Oh, and
How my guy take ground?
well, we forgot to award you the banner for the bridge, right? So
Well,
you
actually, I didn't start my turn on the bridge. Actually,
Oh, that's right. You're right. Good call. You will
yeah,
next turn though.
I will next turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um. All right, that is my turn. So I
All
will
right.
draw my card and end my turn.
All right. So, it's all tied up. Uh, what do I want to do? Um, well, let's play this card. Artillery bombard. There are no artillery units, but I get to move
Woof.
one unit of my choice. So we will order this guy. We'll move him one, and then he will attack uh, and target this guy for one dice.
All right.
Uh, Here we go. Nothing. All right. So I'll draw up and end turn. Up to you.
All right. I will play an assault on the left flank.
All right.
So I'll order these two troops, and actually, I'm going to retreat them.
Ah, you're going to retreat
Indeed.
both of them?
Well, both of them. See, I see no reason in assaulting a flank where you're so heavily guarded when I see a more opportune race, you know?
What are you talking about? You have to take I mean, you got two medals and all of my units are
Mhm.
there around Pegasus Bridge. You got to take two of them to win. Well,
Oh, no,
actually you only got to get one to win because
I do only need one, but
oh yeah,
I see a
because
better route to assault it around the other side of the lake.
yeah, well hang on. Let me let's see pieces here. I've got to award you a oh, a
Well, we can
VP.
just
Here we
remember that
go.
I have it. I,
No,
I,
no,
I can
no.
drag the middle
I
down.
got this. I got this. Hang on.
Okay, I just dragged the metal over.
Oh, I just dragged one over too.
Hmm.
Hang on a minute. Let me undo that. There we go. All right. So how did you do that? Oh, I see.
Just
You
click and
took it
drag the
off
metal.
the bridge and moved it over. I went to the pieces menu and was going to put like a little banner there. Okay, but the way you did it was better. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
so here's what's interesting at what Zach has pointed out, rather than advancing into teeth of all kinds of units, he's probably going to do an end around the lake and try to set it up so he's just firing at one unit. All he's got to do is kill one more unit. I've got to kill two units. Could be tough.
yeah,
All right.
precisely. So I'm trying to put myself in a good position. But so I'll draw my card and ends my turn.
Interesting. All right. Well, shoot. Not much for me to do here. All right. I will um, play probe on my left, and I have no units there, so it's just a wasted card, right? And I get to draw up. So it's kind of sometimes this happens in memoir where yeah, you just don't have any option there. So oh, did I hit end turn? I don't think I did. Back to you. So
All right,
Zach's playing the long game.
I am indeed. I'll play an armor assault. So I have no armor, so I'll just issue an order to one of my units. I'll just remember this guy. He's going to move two spaces,
Okay.
like so.
Yeah. All right.
And I will end my turn.
Well, well, well. Okay. Um, Interesting. All right. We're going to do this assault everybody on that side. Uh, so he's going to go there. He's going to go there. And he's going
Now
to
that I
go
will
there.
note, when you leave the sandbag, it does get rid of the sandbag.
Correct. So here, why don't you, let's see, I think you go shift
Yeah,
T. Oh, yeah, you
I
got
got
it.
it.
All right. Okay. So this guy can fire here for
Hmm.
one dice, and he got a hit. So now I draw up. and end the turn. Over to you.
All right. I will play a probe in the middle.
Okay.
It wasn't intentional, but since I'm drawing you out of your hole, so I'll press the attack, I suppose.
Oh, a change in see. I had I have four valuable cards, and I couldn't decide which card to play because I was kind of deciding. Well, maybe I will wait before I sally out of my defensive bastion. I would wait for you to move more of your units over this way. But I get impatient. That's Zach has pointed this out many times to
I
me in Command and Colors. Sometimes you just got to wait.
I have indeed. It's your Achilles heel. You know,
It is
one
my
I
Achilles heel.
think just
I
now might
hate
have
to
used to
waste a
my
card.
advantage.
Yes, you did. You probably purposefully talked about, "Oh, I'll go around to the other side." Anyway,
Well,
um
no, that wasn't my intention. It was just a better strategy because if I go around to the
oh
right side,
yeah,
if I was sorry,
absolutely. And I
if I
should
attack
have
on this left flank, yeah,
yeah, I should have let you do that. Um so we'll see. We
well,
still have a lot of
we will
play.
indeed.
All right.
So I'll attack with this guy in the back first for 1 dice. That's a big ol' whiff. That's okay though. And my other guy will attack on the same fellow for 2 dice. He
Oh,
scores 2 hits.
out.
Indeed. I'll
Indeed.
draw my card and then end my turn.
All right. Okay. So, um, I will play infantry assault. I'm going to order
All right. Powerful card.
this guy, this guy, this guy. Uh, this guy's going to move there. This guy's going to move there. And because when firing out of a wire, it's a -1, I have no one to fire at.
That's true.
So I will draw up and end my turn. That gives you something to think
I thought you
about.
were going to press that there, but he's running away.
Well, and the reason is, um, I had a two-figure unit that if you killed, you win. So
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, so I have to run away. Luckily, I could get him 3 hexes away and out of harm's way.
Yeah. Mhm.
So your
Now,
dilemma still
as,
exists.
as yes, as a question, if I were to play a counterattack on your infantry assault, is it have to play in the same region?
No, you can play it in any section.
Or no, I'm sorry. One counterattack. Sorry.
You
No, it
say
actually it specifies on the card that it has to be the same section.
no, it doesn't. It says,
On
yeah,
the
wait, 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 wait. We're talking two different things. You don't have to play the section that I did. Oh, you're saying on the
I'm not
counterattack
I'm
card.
not playing this. I'm not playing this. Yeah, on the
All right.
counterattack card, on counterattack and infantry assaults, it must occur in the same section.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, no,
forget I
wait,
have
wait,
that. But
wait. Put the card back up. Let's go through this with the viewers. It says when countering a section card, infantry assault is not a section card. It's
Right.
a
But right below it, it
general.
says
It's a
when
general
counterattacking.
card. A section
Yes,
card
but
would be, something on the right flank. So this is
Yes.
by
Now that if
definition, yeah. So you could play counterattack and select
yeah, well, hold up,
any
Dad,
section. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there. If you
All
just read
right.
the next paragraph where it says, when counterattacking an infantry assault card, the counterattack must occur in the same section.
Yes, you're right. I stopped at the first
I
one.
was trying to stop you and show you that, but
Yes. No, well played, sir. Well played.
indeed, indeed. So I'm not going to play that card. Um, I am instead going to play behind enemy lines.
Oh
Uh,
no.
a
Oh
very, very
no.
powerful card.
It
And
is.
I'm faced with the decision here. If I try and go for the win or, play a bit of a slower game. Um,
Well, I'll just, because I can see this. I've played so much Memoir, I see what Zach's choices are, so I'll verbalize them for the viewer. He could go for the win by basically taking his three-figure unit here. Oh, thank you. And he could move one, two, three, and take a shot at my two-figure unit with two dice. He'd have to hit on
3 dice,
both.
actually.
Oh, do you get an extra die? Oh, yeah, unit may battle with one additional die. So he would have three dice, each with a 50% chance of triggering a hit, and he could do that for the win. And he could then run away afterwards because he can move away for three
Yeah.
hexes. That just seems like the move. I don't know why you would do anything else.
Well, I could soften up your other units and then just slowly assault you, and go for
Yeah, but
more.
I think that puts too much luck in it. Meaning, I've got three, four-figure units that as you soften me up, I can soften you up, right? And as we've seen, the die can get hot one way or the other. I don't know if I
Right.
was in your case, and again, I'm more
I'll
aggressive
go for the
player.
win.
I would go for the win, but that's me.
Never go for the win.
And
I
Zach
will
Zach is a
attack.
better chess player than me and a better memoir player than me.
Perhaps.
All right.
So again, this card lets me move 3 spaces on any one infantry unit, fire with one additional dice, and then move again up to 3 hexes. And he ignores any terrain restrictions.
Yeah.
Just discard that. So, as my dad said, I will fire for 3 dice on this guy. There it is. Just one hit and one retreat.
Yes. Okay. One hit, one retreat.
Indeed.
Oh, and guess
Well,
what? Guess what? You could move. You get to move three additional guys or hexes. You could move onto the bridge.
well, that's a death sentence. I'm not gonna do that.
How is that a death sentence? I'd have to have the right card to drive you off. If I don't drive you off, you win.
I'm just gonna retreat back to where I was.
I was trying to pull a Mark Caskey and just explain your option and make it sound appealing in the hopes you would do it. Uh, so
I'm no fool.
See, I am the fool. Mark
All right.
Caskey, my battlefield banter partner, will often say that, and I'm like, "Huh, yeah, I could do that. I'll roll the dice. I'll do that." And then, of course, as
And the
Zach's pointing out, he's surrounded by three units. The odds I don't have a card for either the center or my right, and yeah. Anyway, so that was a smart play. All right, back to me. Um, Back to me. What do I want to do? Um, hmm. All right. I'm going to play this card. Or do I want to play that card? I have a couple cards. Here, let me show the viewers the cards I can choose from. Here are the cards I can choose from. I've got some decent options here. Um, but I think, do I want to do that? I don't know. That, well, hmm. Wow, this is a tough one. This is, but it's a memoir game, so maybe I could do that. That would be 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we'll try that. That's not as much commitment. A recon and force.
All
So we're
right.
gonna we're gonna order this guy and this guy. Or no, instead we'll order this guy. So this guy's ordered, this guy's ordered. So the guy in the town will move across the bridge and there, so he can't battle. And this guy will attack this guy with 1 dice.
Well, he's in the barbed wire, so he actually is reduced to zero
Oh,
dice.
fuck. Okay. Yeah, you're right. So he doesn't even get to move. Uh, yeah.
You,
So hang
I
on.
you know, I, I will point out your
So
options. You could remove the barbed wire.
true. Um, I could. You know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to move him to the woods. We'll do that. He'll move to the woods, out of the barbed wire, and then stop. And he can't fire then. All right. So I'll do that
You'll note
instead. Good.
I tried to goad you into removing the barbed wire, even though it was
Yeah,
not in your best
I
interest.
noticed that. I noticed that, but did not comment on that. So here, I will draw my card and end the turn. This is interesting. This is an interesting play. All
Hmm,
right. Now, what are the Allies going to do?
what indeed?
Decisions, decisions. This is a close
I
run
know.
deal. Often Pegasus Bridge plays much more quickly than this.
I wanted to be thorough.
No, that's good. It's good
Um,
strategy for newbies out there who are
yeah,
watching the banter. This is good stuff. Oh, an attack
I'll
card.
play in a
Okay.
yes. So I'll order this guy, and this guy. So,
See, and you still have a medal
um,
to give, right? You can press home the attack, securing the knowledge that I got to kill 2 of your units, and
yeah, that's true.
you only have to kill 1 of mine. That gives you an advantage.
Let's see. Actually, sorry. I'll order this guy instead of this guy.
Okay.
So I'll go 1, 2, and
Run
1, 2,
away, run
and
away. You're like Monty Python in the Holy Grail.
something like that. Yeah. And he'll go just up 1. Cool, and that will be my turn.
All right. Hmm. Run away, run away, run away. Uh, okay. Let's see. All right. I will play this card, General Advance. So basically, I can order all of my units. So we'll order all the units. Those will be the 3 that I'll move. Um, can I fire over the lake? or does the lake block my
Exactly.
line of sight?
Um,
That's a good
Let me
question.
show you what it says. Two more contiguous adjacent lake hexes block line of sight.
Oh, all right. So,
So
yeah,
it depends on who
that
you're
would
trying to
be,
fire on.
yeah, one, two. I think I can fire at this guy because this is the only
Let's
one.
see.
Because the line of
Draw a
sight from the
straight
center of the
line.
hex to the center of the hex doesn't cross this one. It only crosses this
Yep,
one.
I'll
All
agree with
right.
that.
So I'll do this first attack for one dice. I got a hit. Oh, look at that. That's four dice, four hits. That would have been nice. But I only had one dice. All right. Um, this guy will fire here for one dice. Then another hit. There we go. I'm sprinkling little hits across, but you have so many units to spread
Hmm.
them that you can still press home the attack. So I'll draw up and end my turn.
Right. I will play a counter attack.
Oh,
So I will also play a general advance.
yeah.
I'll order him. I'll order him. I'll order him. I'll order him. And I'll order him.
What about the guy on the Orne
I'm
Bridge?
gonna.
Oh, you've got to keep him there.
Uh,
Although what you
you know
could
what?
do is you could move your two down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll
Yeah,
swap that.
yeah, that makes sense.
He'll
That's
move
that's a good
there.
solid
He'll
play.
move there. I'll move this guy up one. Let's see. I don't want to block line of sight. Yeah, so I'll leave him there. So first, I'll start taking some pot shots at this guy for one dice.
All right.
That's a hit.
Oh, all right. Oh, you
I actually
you
deleted my
eliminated
guy.
your unit.
I got him back.
All right.
He will then
Fa-
attack at the same guy.
famous 2-on-1 attack.
Hmm. A flag, which is in this situation a hit.
Oh yeah, it is. Ugh. All right.
Hmm. Right, so he's been battled. And he will attack this guy for one dice. Ah, flag. Nice.
He'll go there.
All right. Draw my card and ends my turn. Go ahead.
All right. Well, luckily I have this card to play, attack. So I'll order this guy. I'll order this guy. So uh, I hate to do that,
Will you run
but
away?
damn it. Um, he'll move there and he'll move there. Y- Yes, so I run away. I run away. And I draw up and in turn.
All right.
Yeah, this
Let's
is
see
this is a
here.
tricky scenario for the Axis.
What is, yeah. All right.
I
I will
think I've been
play,
fortunate to get two medals.
maybe. Here, I'll play a probe on the right flank.
All right.
Um, I'll just move them up, and then they're both gonna fire. on this guy in the barbed wire.
All right.
The first guy, he misses. Second guy also misses.
All right.
End turn.
Now, if I move into the other barbed wire, I can still fire out, right?
Can, yeah.
All right.
It's interesting how the barbed wire has turned into your detriment.
I know. Exactly. Um, wow. Okay. So let's see. We'll try this. Flip card, attack in the center. So we'll
Oh,
order this guy. We'll order this guy. He'll move one, and we're going to move him one.
man.
So he's going to fire here for one dice. Got a hit. He will fire on the same guy for one dice because he's in the wire.
Yeah.
Oh, nice die roll. One hit. All right. And
Nicely
so
done.
then we'll draw up an intern.
All right. I
Ooh,
will
it's tense.
respond.
It's tense.
I know. I'll respond with a firefight.
Oh, you get.
So
I'm
I
gonna
only have
leave. I'm
two
gonna leave the
units.
card on the field of play.
He can fire as well, actually.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, so I got these three units to open fire.
Yeah, that's a
So I'll
powerful
start with the
card
one.
because they get the one additional
Very powerful
die.
card.
So you have a
Yeah.
potential, depending on how this goes, to win the game.
Oh, yeah. So my guy at the bottom there is going to fire for two dice.
Hmm.
One hit, one retreat.
Oh, that retreat hurt you.
All right. So he's battled. He's going to fire on the same guy
Okay,
for two dice.
two dice. Yep.
One more hit.
Okay,
And then he's going to fire on the same guy for two more dice.
could be a game winner. Oh, and he
Ah,
whiffs. He whiffs.
two whiffs. All right. Draw my
Uh,
card and end my turn.
all right. What do I do here? All right. I got to play a little aggressively. Move out.
Mm.
Order him. Order him. Order him. Um, he's going to move there. He's going to move there. He's going to move there. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to move there because that would cut off my retreat for that one unit. We'll move there. Uh, okay. So he is going to fire first here for two dice,
On one
right?
dice.
Oh, yeah, because I'm in the wire. One dice, big roll. Here we go. That's exactly what I didn't want. Oh, damn. Exactly what I did not want. Uh, all right. He will fire on the same guy for one dice.
Ah,
Whew, got him.
nicely done.
All right. So that evens the medal count, but it's still very tight. Very tight. I
Yeah,
will draw a command card, end the turn. What I was hoping was to eliminate him on the first one and then have this guy fire against this guy for two dice. I still
I
couldn't have
know.
won it, but I had a shot.
I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, I'll
So,
bet. Ooh, an
playing
assault.
assault.
Uh oh.
Yep, I'm going for kind of all the marbles here now. Um,
Yeah, this is critical.
yeah.
You should be able to get
So
a 3 for 1 on my two-figure unit in the wire.
I
Maybe.
might be able to. So I'll move him here
Yeah.
and move him up. Um,
Although the
I'll
woods is
move him
protecting
here.
me. Now, why
I
wouldn't,
know.
okay,
I'll
the
move him
guy,
there.
hang on, this guy that you just moved, why wouldn't you move him too into the woods? He can't fire unless you're going to have him
Uh,
fire up here
he can fire. Yeah.
at the guy
Although,
next to the
actually,
bridge.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna redo this. He's gonna move here. He's gonna move two and go right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a
Yeah,
much better.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right. So I'll start this guy at the bottom. He's gonna attack your guy with two for one
Yeah.
dice.
One dice.
All right. Nothing.
Whiff. Whiff.
Um,
Look out for
this guy,
ambuscado.
I gotta take the risk anyways. He'll attack your guy with two.
Uh, yeah, so that's three
Do you
dice.
have
No ambuscado.
no ambuscado? Oh, but only one hit.
Oh, he
Oh
survived.
my
That
gosh.
was for the game right there.
Yeah, yeah, it
That was for the
was.
game.
All right. I'll have this guy fire for two dice, or sorry, one dice on your guy over there.
Yeah. Whew, he
Nothing.
escaped.
Um,
And the other guy can fire at him for one.
no, he moved two spots.
Oh, right, right. You're right. You should have marked him with a
Yeah.
no battle. All right.
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
I have escaped here by the skin of my teeth for one more turn, right?
Indeed.
For one more turn. This is about as tense as this scenario gets. I've never seen it come down to
I
this
know.
close. So, this card I've been saving, and it's often not a good strategy to save cards in Memoir because you refresh your deck so quickly. Their finest hour, which some would say is not a powerful card. But if you are able to roll the battle dice correctly and get some units to order, they get one a die additional battling. So I have four command cards. So let's see how many units I get to order. Three infantry, which is exactly what I wanted.
Wow. Perfect roll.
Perfect roll. Let's hope it continues. All right. So, and I get one additional die. So
Indeed, you do.
we're going to attack here, target here. I declare close assault. Does that give
No
you
ambuscado.
no ambuscado? That was the one thing I was worried about. And you'll notice there, viewers, I attacked with my four-figure unit first, just in case he had ambuscado. and would try to eliminate my one figure unit. I didn't make that rookie mistake. So here I get to roll 3 dice for the close assault plus one for the card, or 4 dice. So this is one of those rare scenarios where both players get a chance to roll the dice to win the game. Right. And this is like that
Hmm.
epic French Open men's final last weekend that went 5.5 hours, right? With match points on both sides. So here we go to build the dramatic tension a little more. 4 dice for a potential win. Here we go. Oh, ho, ho. 2 hits and one
2
flag
hits and a retreat.
and a flag. All right. So he no longer battles. This guy will attack, same unit, target. He's in the wire. It's normally 2 dice, minus one for the wire, 1 dice, plus one for the card. 2 dice, each with a 50% chance of generating a one figure hit. Here we go. Oh, and he gets it.
There it is.
Nice. And there it is for the
Well done.
win.
Nicely played.
Let me drag it up to make it official. And there it is. 4 medals to 3 medals for the Allies. The Axis successfully defend Pegasus Bridge in a special Father's Day match. Now, I got to ask, you didn't let me win. I wouldn't think so. I don't think the viewers would think that.
I've never once in my life let you win, Dad.
Which is smart because never once in my life did I let you win, even when you were a little
Yeah,
guy. And the
I
reason for
recall.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, the reason was I wanted you to experience that joy of when you did finally beat me, and I knew it was inevitable, whether it was athletic competition, chess, or memoir, that you would truly savor the victory,
Yeah.
as I am
No,
as
and
I am savoring this victory.
as you should. It was well played. I think I just took too many hits. So I was trying to conquer that Orange Bridge, and I knew in my heart of hearts when I played that behind enemy lines, I shouldn't have gone for your solitary unit. Should try to soften someone else, but that's right. We live and learn.
Well, you went for it. You had a role to win the game, which is always a measure of how close you are to victory, and you ran away. I don't think that determined your loss, because you didn't take any figure losses out of that. So I don't
No,
know.
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that harmed you. I think. Well, I got some good die rolls to begin with. So around the Orange Bridge, I killed a figure. That to me was the difference in the victory, because I think it's preordained. The Allies are going to take 3 figures around the Orange Bridge, the bridge, and the 2 German units, unless the German runs away up here, which I don't know. I think that's stupid. Um, but I still had to kill 2 units of yours around Pegasus Bridge, and um, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to play the scenario a couple more times. It's been a while. I don't know what the allied play is. I think as you did, I think an end around over this way is the better move, as opposed to coming up this way, because that way at most the German can only fire with 2 units if all your units are over
Yeah.
here. Whereas
But
over
my thought
here,
was you could.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if I go up along that left side, you could attack over the canal as well as from straight ahead, and you're in a fortified position, so it
Yeah.
felt foolhardy.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're right. So, but this was a great game. You can get into it real quick. I think we played for like an hour or so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was great.
a lot of fun. A really good game in the best traditions of Memoir 44. Easy to learn, easy
I
to
know,
explain,
very close.
accessible, and we both had chances to win with the die rolls, the gods of the dice. So. With that, we'll wrap up this episode of Battlefield Banter. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if it's your first time on the banner, subscribe. We just hit 100 subscribers today, so we're pretty happy about that. And you'll notice too, I just
Hmm.
noticed the lost figures was about even, 20 to 16. So kind of
Yeah,
interesting. Any
pretty
closing
cool.
comment, Zach?
No, it was a tight game. Everyone, please subscribe if you want more awesome, memoir and board game content. But I hope you enjoyed.
Awesome. All right. Have a great day.